right, hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Monday, August 17th, 2026, and it's 33 days to the 50. So that's my 50th birthday. It's an interesting number, 33. And today is day number 486 of wearing the Incredible X39. And the workout session is going to be a 9-minute warm-up with pull day exercises. And then I'm going to talk about hydrogen tablets. Largely because I think it's probably worth it to talk about it. And I've got a little presentation or a little, what would you say, photo that I'm going to share. And I'm going to give you my honest opinion about it. So, with that being said, let's get on with it. So, heart rate monitor. It's charged, so hopefully it's functioning appropriately today. I think it was kind of malfunctioning on Saturday. So I'm gonna see if it reads right away. Yeah, it's reading. All right. So metronome today. It won't be 228 beats per minute, but I will probably do. Let's see. I don't know. I'll do a high intensity 9-minute warm up, and I'll put the tempo at 165. So that'll mimic what I do on Friday. And I'm gonna warm up with the jump rope. 9-minute hit. So you'll see here 30 seconds, red and green each. And so that's the idea, is to practice that. So let's get right to it. So today's exercises will be pull-ups, chin-ups, rows, where I'm going to use the vibration plate today. And I will be using orange body elastics bands for the pull-ups, chin-ups, and the rows. So that weight is not too far off from my body weight. All right. So this is a brisk pace. Saturday, I think I did 175 or 170. All right. Feels good. Just seeing the X49 is moving here. My wristband is loose. It's getting not very snug. Alrighty. sequence, I was doing 8 called basic bounces, and then 8 alternate high knees. All right, let's go. That got my pulse up a little bit. So for the last one, I'm going to up it to 200. So that'll be 100 skips in 30 seconds. So, can you match me? Let's do this together. There we go. Raise it back down to 60 beats per minute. Have a 2-minute rest and recovery. So with the pull exercises, I set up orange bands and I've attached them to my ceiling here. And what I'm going to do is reposition the position the vibration plate directly underneath it. So you can kind of see here how they're attached to the ceiling, the orange bands. So I'm just using small anywhere anchors, attach them to the 2x4s that are bolted to the ceiling. Okay, so still 30 seconds left in the 2 minutes. So with the bands that are attached there, they are that weight. I'm using the orange bands, so it's very, when they're stretched, they can lift me off the ground. So if I'm doing like a pike, it can hold me off the ground. So it's very close to my body weight. So the idea is to focus on maximizing my body, or close to my body weight with the vibration, and to really test the lats that are involved with the pull down or a pull up. And then I will switch to a chin-up version of that. So, what I will do here is just stop the timer and do a quick debrief of this here. So, I'm just going to look at what my maximum heart rate was. And because we can zoom in here a little closer, and we can see how my heart rate is, you know, it's recovering after each kind of 30 seconds. And slight again, you know. There's a bigger one then, and then the last recovery there at the end. So maximum heart rate I hit for this 9-minute high intensity session was only 151, and I felt pretty comfortable, actually, to be honest. And that heart rate zone, I was only in there for 1 minute and 29 seconds. So kind of easy peasy for me. And you can see the date there. So, and the starting time of the actual recording of the heart rate. Now I'm going to switch back to this here, and we're going to continue on with the balance of the pull day exercises. So, on the screen there you see 60 beats per minute. And with the first variation here, I'm going to just take the bench here and I'm going to move it right here underneath the orange bands that I have attached to the ceiling. And the idea is to okay. Up there, I think that's kind of the location it needs to be. And I'm going to grab the remote. So by having this step up here, it gives me a lot of flexibility in terms of how I can utilize this. And so this I'm going to be bouncing, so kind of mimicking the vibration that it would feel. And here I'm attaching it to my elbows, and then I'm going to pull it down this way. And this way the forearms stay out of the actual, and there's tension here, so I've got good tension to start with, and then I can just barely lift my butt off the okay. I want to set it up here so I can just do it like this and not waste too much time. There we go. So here I'm kind of holding like an iron cross. Lift my feet off the ground. And I'm lifting. Actually, it lifts me right off. Oops, that was the remote. Wow. So if I go one hand at a time, then, or one arm, then I can get the full stretch on the lat. Wow. To keep, this is probably a little bit on the high side for weight. Yep, I can lift myself up. Just give my lats a little bit of a break here, especially my arms. Okay. So now I'm going to do the chin-up variation of this exercise, and this weight here is definitely, I can feel it, the resistance from the orange bands, and then having the agitation from the vibration, it really creates an interesting stimulus for the lats. Okay, so now chin-ups. So I'm going to hold it here like this, hold it isometrically. And I can feel the movement in the bands from that of the vibration. I can certainly feel it. Wow. Do one arm at a time. Wow. 'Can feel it in the bicep too. Because it's wanting to get involved. Gosh. Oh. Three minutes of that is definitely worthy of your effort. All right, so next up is I'm going to take these bands off the ceiling and switch them to the rowing position. I guess I had bands already set up here. That's okay. I'm going to take the straps. these bands, I have to move this a little further back here. I think somewhere here, approximately. And now I'm going to execute the rowing portion of this exercise. Okay, this is good. Yeah. So, using the same weight as I was doing for the pull-ups and the chin-ups, now I'm focusing on the row. Kind of sit as upright as I can, not leaning backwards, upright. And getting the activation from the vibration. Holding it isometrically here. With the heavy resistance. You can lift your elbows up like this to get that range of movement. Get the rear, involve the rear deltoids, activate them if you wish, but I prefer to keep the elbows tight and press them all the way behind the rib cage. Full stretch on those lats. Definitely stronger on the row portion of this. I think largely because of having two back-to-back exercises with the pull-up and then the chin-up. It's a lot of pull from up, down, and so maybe a takeaway for next week is to split them up. So have the row in between and then the chin up, so a pull up, row, and then chin ups to help with just, I guess, balancing out the effort. So the next exercise is going to be preacher pronation curls, and this is where I'm going to take the vibration plate off the step here, and I'm going to move this guy back, and I'm just going to put probably no plates on I don't remember if I'm going to use a plate or not. And with the pronation variation here, I call it preacher pronation curls, and then I'm going to do preacher supination curls. And the idea is to work the forearm as well as the bicep at the same time, and that will involve holding the ankle straps a certain way to make sure that the okay. I'm just trying to decide where I'm going to place the second band here. I'm thinking about putting it slightly lower just to have a different angle. Largely because of the exercise ball, it's going to allow it flexes nicely, so it doesn't put too much stretch on the ligaments here, so you don't stretch the the bicep in the wrong place, especially at the joint. And so I'm just going to test this here. The angle, and I'm grabbing a towel because that's going to become part of this exercise. Yeah, I think this is the kind of the right angle. So I think the distance is going to be more or less where I need it to be. The idea is to, so I said first is pronation. So that's where we're going to take and turn palms like this and turn it that way. So hopefully you can see that in the camera. And I'm going to hold the ankle straps so it's on the outside and twisting them like this. So you can kind of see, hopefully you can see it, where I'm holding the ankle strap like this, and you can see here how it's, should be able to see it in the camera. So that's the idea, is to rotate, oops, the palms in. So here we go. So you can hold the bicep in a specific spot. So it's kind of like finishing with a hammer curl, but starting with a street bar and you finish with a hammer. So, and by holding the bands in a certain position, and then you can keep pronating it. Now squeeze it and pronate. Squeeze, pronate. Squeeze, pronate. Gosh. Explosive. Gosh. I'm laddering it up. Gosh. Oh, pronating on every step. Wow. It's been a while since I've done this. Gosh. Oh. Wow. Gosh. All right. The next exercise is going to be supination variation of this. So, now it's going to be holding it in reverse. So basically like this, and supinating while holding the weight and performing the preacher curls. So just giving my arms a chance to rest here a little bit because of the amount of blood that gets squeezed out over and over and over again out of the muscle. So basically creating a lot of tears in the muscle. And training this way is, I like it over and above training with just with free weights. And all right, so next up is the supination variation. So ending with a straight bar. So now supinating. So I'm doing explosives just in the supinating variation while holding the preacher. Holding isometrically now in the straight bar. Now release the supination but hold the bicep position. Oh wow. It really makes the arm, the bicep scream. It's very, very, very uncomfortable. But when you get comfortable with it, then you learn how to stick with it. The signal from the bicep is, like the pain signal is weak, is not as strong or pronounced as the legs. Legs, they send a bigger signal and it's harder to deal with. But the biceps I can tolerate. The tension and that signal. Gosh. The last exercise for today is the pelicans. So that's where we're going to do the a bicep curl from the stretched position. So meaning the arms are going to be, my hands are going to be behind my torso. And I'm going to use the same kind of setup here that I have already. So it's an easy transition. So ideally, I'm going to make sure these are nice and kind of balanced. So you kind of lean forward a little bit, lock your knees, and then you're going to curl it up like this. So with this variation, you can switch between pronated and supinated. I'm going to start with supinated here. Yeah. All right. Just easier to get in. So now here, you want to kind of keep your elbows at the high position. Keep them in the same spot. Kind of visualize them not moving. And you're just working the bicep from the stretched position. So I have tension all the way at the bottom. I'm flexing the tricep. And then now execute the pull. And involve the pronation, or the supination. Starting with supination here. Alright, now I'm going to switch to a supinated. Or pronated, sorry. Gosh! I can tell my heart rate monitor is moving because the muscle pronator is getting the work. All right, that's it for pull. So let's have a look at the time. So got it done in 30 minutes. All the muscle groups associated with pull. So you can see timestamp here, August 17th, 2026. Starting time of the recording of the heart rate monitor, 6:10 p.m. Maximum pulse during the training, 113. So modest. It's quite low actually. Uh, but what I see here is lots of, moments where, it's have highs and then lows, and then climbs up again, and then another recovery, and then some more recovery, and another recovery, and so my heart rate responds accordingly with the training, oops, which I think is good. So, do I have the pump? I think I do. And the muscle, it feels good. So here, there's the right, there's the left. Left is starting to. I'm working on symmetry, so between the left and the right, and it's tough. You gotta stick with it. So that being said, sticking with it, let's have a look at what I wanted to share. First and foremost here is this guy right here. His name is Gabriel Gainey. So this was posted yesterday on Body to Body Building, and again, there's another one that this guy, I've never seen him before. This is the first time, and obviously he was probably doing some things that he shouldn't have. And when I talk about fueling the body, with people say aminos, and that's what they used to be. That's what they used to be called. Now they're called peptides. So it's the same thing. So you have to be careful. You have to be. If you want longevity, be smart about it. You can reach good results naturally. You have to put in the work. And that's harder. It's easy to cheat. And, so this guy here, rest in peace, Gabriel. Rest in peace. So, now, the other topic I wanted to talk about was, I said, what was it here? H2 tablets. So hydrogen tablets. And I have here, it says, it's not the hydrogen in H2O that's the whole misunderstanding. The hydrogen in water is bonded into the molecule. Your body cannot use it. What a hydrogen tablet does is dissolve free hydrogen gas, H2, into the water. Same element, completely different availability. Which is why the number matters. Ours is 12 parts per million. I'm like, really? Verified by an independent lab, certificate on the site. Most of $300 bottles produce between 1 and 5. And why you drink it straight away, the gas escapes. Oh yeah, put the thing in, the gas escapes. Yeah, it's called evaporation, right? Drop it in, give it 2 minutes, drink it while it's cloudy. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like carbonation to me. 12 parts per million, verified, lab certificate published, made in USA, non-GMO, one-time purchase, no auto ship, 60-day money back guarantee. I thought it was snake oil too, then I read the certificate. Like, really? It's clever marketing, people. Seriously, because one water molecule has 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. And how does putting more gas give it more hydrogen? Please explain this to me. How? What is it bonding to? Is it bonding to the oxygen that's in the water that's already bonded to hydrogen? Or is the hydrogen bonding to the other minerals that's inside? Partially. and then it just escapes if you don't drink it. Don't waste your money. Mm-mm. This is why I'm saying, is there something behind drinking the cleanest and most absorbable water that has a 2-to-1 ratio, a 2-to-1 ratio of hydrogen to that of oxygen, and when it's at the isotope level, it becomes readily absorbable when it has a bond angle of 114 degrees? Think about it. Your body's going to take hydrogen from whatever source it can. But if it's mixed with, spring water, let's say, are you going to get more hydrogen out of it? Put it in distilled water and see what happens. Your hydrogen tablets probably just evaporate right away. You're going to get more hydrogen. Duh! No! It's a gimmick! That's why, when I talk about making water with the machine, there's something to it. The man behind it knows what he has. And all these companies are trying to snake oil their way into scamming you out of your money. Really? Are you that naive? Don't waste your money on hydrogen tablets. Get the real thing. The real water. Not gas. Because it's not going to bond to the hydrogen that's already bonded to hydrogen in the water. Mm-mm. Because if I'm telling you, there is nothing anybody can tell me to convince me otherwise. Because what did I do today? Go back and rewatch the replay if you want. Try to keep up. 165. Doing high knees. Bing, 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 bing. I'm 49 years old. How is this I have so much zest in my step? So much energy. How? Is it because of the combination of the pieces that I'm putting together? I'm using these guys plus the cleanest and most absorbable water plus mineralized salt. It's all natural stuff. Try to keep up. And if you want me to increase the intensity, I'll do it and I'll show you. Write a comment. I want to see who's bold enough to write a comment and see who is bold enough. Are you bold enough? Like, I only compare against myself, generally speaking, especially when I'm doing testing, which I did on Saturday. Was I happy with the result? I'm getting there. I'm trying. I think this goal that I set for myself is the plateau, because it's hard. It's hard for me. I could only imagine if I had a shorter rope, would it be easier, a lighter rope? Yeah, I think so. But I'm not one to make things easy for myself. I want to test myself. I want to see if I am progressing. So when I talk about the benefits that I am experiencing from the use of all the stuff here, and when I power the body with the 3 amigos, aka aminos, that's just part of what you need to do, as well as I need to do, in order to keep up the level of the tripeptides in the body. If I don't eat the 3 amigos, then guess what? I'm going to start suffering some way, shape, or form. It's true. So always make sure, make the right choices. Power your DNA with the best. Eat the right kinds of foods. Look at the post that I posted that I shared the other day on after going out on a date. You know, I make sure that I'm getting the Migos, and I'm strict with water, so I make sure that I'm carrying it with me all the time. But if you want to learn more about the water, you have to do some digging yourself. You can find the information that I've shared here at unlockyourbioenergy.godaddysite.com or scan the QR code on the screen. And there you'll see the website. These are the buttons at the bottom where you can scroll through them, and you can see a lot of the testimonials and things that I've blogged about that are really truly worth your time. And I talk about this regularly because it's important. And when you are ready to pull the trigger on the X39, click on the links or scan the QR code as you see on the screen. It'll take you to lifewave.com/Gordon Tomazik. That's my first and last name. My real first and last name. I don't hide behind an alias. And there's no reason to hide behind an alias. Because I'm as real as a heart attack. And by showing this to you every single day, my way of proving it to you that what I say is legitimate. And I've got the energy to prove it. And with how many days left? 33, I think it is. 33 days until my 50th birthday. Somebody asked me today, what's your wish? What do you wish for on your birthday? You know what I wish? I wish 50 people would pull the trigger and start. Be motivated by me. Because then that means, you know what? I'm helping somebody. And if that somebody is you, it's great. So, tune in tomorrow for Tacky Tuesday. I will be presenting some more information, what I find, what I explore, and what I think is worthy to share with you. And with that, make sure you always eat well, sleep well, drink the cleanest and most absorbable water that you can, and to live well, live long, and to live young. And as William Shatner would say, live long and prosper, because he's unlocking his bioenergy. So if he's doing it, he knows something. It's worth it. Worth to try it. And you can do it risk-free. And remember, Amazon and Walmart are not authorized distributors of the X39, the X49, Y-Age Renew, the Aeon. So, Y-Age Aeon or the Y-Age Advance. So, if you want to learn more about what each phototherapy patch does, visit Unlock Your Bioenergy. And we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.